Hello, judges.
Hello, Pavitra. It is so good to see you. How was extemp?
Thank you. It was great. I just gave a speech, but I'm really sorry for all the confusion, and I hope it was.
No, it was. It's absolutely fine, Pavitra. That's what you do. So, I will explain to you that I'm going to drop the quotations in the chat. When you see them, I'm going to start a 20-second timer for you to read. You don't have to tell us which one you chose. You just keep going. At the end of that 20 seconds, I'll restart my timer. And I'll give you 30-second verbals on the way up as you prep. And then I will give you 5 on down. At 2 minutes, you'll start getting hand signals for 5 on down. 30 seconds, 15 seconds left, last 5 seconds left. All right?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So welcome. All right, Pavitra, you just got done speaking, so you let me know when you're ready for me to drop the quotations. We've got time. So.
Ready as I'll ever be. Thank you so much.
All right. So let me know when you see them, and I'll start the time.
Awesome.
In the chat now. All right.
I'm going to pick the second one, please.
Okay. Can I still give you 20 seconds to read it? And your time begins. 1:30. One. $1.30.
All right, judges, I just want to make sure you can hear and see me okay. Everything's good. Awesome. Awesome. Are we at 2 minutes soon?
Yeah, you have 5 till like 2, so you're good.
Okay, cool. I've always dreamed of being in medicine. I mean, something about helping people, right? Isn't that the end goal? Maybe pediatrics was for me. Hey, I loved kids. Maybe it was neuroscience. Looking at a sheep's brain was pretty cool. Maybe it was standing around helping people survive through a pandemic. That was something I could relate to. Somehow my dream of helping people sparked so many new ideas for me. It was something I believed in. And you could bet that I wasn't going to let anything stop me. So I decided that I was going to do every science project I could from 3rd through 5th grade and make sure that I was rooted for medicine. I mean, I literally took this quote to heart, right? Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. But what I realized was the dream I had envisioned, the medical community that I wanted to be a part of, wasn't the one I wanted to be a part of. Ironic. It was because I had envisioned a medical community that was inclusive of everyone, that respected everyone regardless of their identity, and yet I was so surprised to find out that that was not the world we lived in. Not everyone had access to healthcare. Not everyone is accepted for who they were, who they identified as. In fact, our medical system was systemically rooted with racism. So, when we talk about discrimination being part of my dream, what does the future look like for me? I want to start today by taking a look at what we do with discrimination in the medical community by first talking about our intersection of politics and science, how vaccination rates have been affected by this. Next, I want to take a look at how we discriminate against the LGBTQ+ community by looking at unnecessary surgery performed on intersex infants, before finally understanding what it means to be systemically racist in the medical community by taking a look at what gynecology has looked like during the span of history. First, let's understand a little bit more about vaccination rates during COVID-19 and how that relates to politics. I mean, with anything in this country, you know that being bipartisan is what we talk about. Hey, you've probably watched so many imprompters give a speech about bipartisan politics or polarization, right? I mean, red or blue, how many times are we gonna have to hear it? Well, guess what? The medical community hears it too, and so does my dream. Vaccination rates, according to a Pew Research Center poll from 2019, showed that the amount of unvaccinated people directly correlated with their political beliefs. If you were a Republican, you had a 44% chance lower to get vaccinated than that of a Democrat. If you were conservative, part of the South, you bet you were part of communities that, projected unvaccination as the new dream. If you were part of a liberal community, you were getting vaccinated and encouraging other people to do so as well. You were also getting people to get boosters. So we're able to see that when we live in a world that's trying to combat a virus affecting all of us regardless of our political beliefs, to still intersect. We allow political science to not become a class we take, but rather an idea that we all believe in. And that ruins my dream. What else ruins my dream? The idea that we allow medical professionals to use their ideas as personal opinions when they're only allowed to give medical ones. We allow them to perform unnecessary genitalia surgery on intersex infants to normalize them. You know what this leads to? According to the American Academy of Family Physicians, this makes them more likely to have psychosocial disorders. This makes them more likely to have substance abuse disorders. This makes them even more likely to have suicide rates. So, when we look at how we discriminate against people in the medical community, that ruins my dream. I can't be an ally when that's the community I want to be a part of. So finally, let's take a look at racism rooted in the medical community. The father of gynecology performed on Black women and used them as his test objects without giving them anesthesia. Thousands of women were used to perform gynecology surgeries and had their uteruses removed without their consent. Henrietta Lacks, the women we so respect and the reason we are all here today, has not been respected or credited for her work because those cells were taken out of her without her consent. That's the world we live in today. That's what ruins my dream. When I think of this quote of never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it, the time will pass anyway. It doesn't matter if the time will pass because this is the world I live in, and it ruins my dream. We cannot be systemically racist in the medical community. We cannot allow generations to face this again and again. So I urge you to think about what we do, from our actions to our thoughts to their consequences. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. That was the round.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
Bye, Cacophony. Thank you all for judging. That was awesome.
Thank you.